So number one, this is going to sound really simple, but washing your hands regularly. You know, when we go around, many times we touch our face and our nose. Quite often, even if you think to yourself, I'm not going to do that because I really don't want to put the flu into my mouth or my nose, but we do it unconsciously. So really, you know, anytime you're in public areas especially, go take at least 20 seconds. Really, the research shows 2 minutes is really what we need to get all of it off. Yeah. But even if you're just doing that, you know, you're going to get most of it off, which is that first 20 seconds.
Yeah, you don't have to be a germaphobe, but just get in there and get your hands clean before you touch things. So.
Right.
The second thing is good nutrition. This is so important all the time, but especially in the winter when our defenses can be down. And it comes down to 2 things. One, what you add in. So making sure your diet is really high in lots of nutrients and antioxidants. That means a rainbow of colors, lots of dark leafy greens, dark berries, sweet potatoes, things that have a lot of orange and red and yellow and blue. That are going to give us vitamin C, vitamin A, and lots of antioxidants. And then number 2, cut out the sugar. We talk about this all the time.
We're way down.
But sugar in the form of added sugar, white sugar, soda, cookies, the obvious stuff, but also added sugar in all kinds of processed foods, and even fruit juices. Even just 2 tablespoons of sugar has been shown to reduce white blood cell function by 50% for up to 4 hours. So if you're having just a little sugar all the time, you're just kind of constantly lowering your immune function.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So really important there.
So next would be number 3 is getting adequate sleep. So most people require around 6 to 8 hours. There are some rock stars. I've heard that Bill Clinton only needed 4, you know, and could function, and the LinkedIn CEO, but most of us are not those people. So most of us need to get adequate, you know, healthy, continuous sleep. And if you're not getting that, working around doing the sleep hygiene to get there is a good idea, or using other natural sleep aids is totally fine, because during that time, actually, that's the time we repair, and that's the time that we have release of a lot of growth hormone, and there's a lot of healing that occurs, and this is going to help you basically support your immune system throughout the rest of the day.
And then a big one, we're going to talk about some other nutrients, but one I want to single out right now is vitamin D. Vitamin D is so critical for many functions in our body, and immune function is one of them. Do you know what your vitamin D levels are? So if you don't, I recommend finding out, have your doctor run a vitamin D test, but anything under 30 is considered deficient or insufficient. However, really optimal levels are going to be closer to like 70 or 80. And here in the Pacific Northwest, where it's gray a lot of the year, it's important to supplement. So the amount's going to really vary on your age and your levels, but somewhere around 5,000 IU is a safe, even fairly conservative dosage, and making sure to always take it with K2, which helps it get utilized and absorbed better. So
yeah, absolutely.
Very important.
I love that she looked outside as it's raining and gray. You were like at the moment, so next is keeping your gut healthy, and the gut is connected to everything, and so the gut's going to be supported by all of those good nutrients. Dr. Anastasia talked about all of those whole foods and rainbow of colors, but also adding in a good probiotic. So a multi-strain probiotic is going to be a great step towards improving the immune system in your intestines, as well as then it translates into improved immunity for you. There are a couple of strains that I know that you like.
Some of the ones that have been shown to be the most effective for boosting immune function are Lactobacillus plantarum, Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG, and something called Saccharomyces boulardii. And then there's some spore-based probiotics that are showing a lot of promise around that too.
Right.
So some, and that's not all the strains, but those ones definitely should be included in a more multi-strain product.
And you'll find spore-based are a little difficult to find right now, but as more and more research comes out on those, they should become more available.
And then lowering stress. This is a huge one, right? When we are stressed out, our immune system feels it. And so once again, it affects sleep, it affects how we eat, but it also just directly affects how our immune system's functioning. So, winter time can be one of those times where we have so much on our plate, just getting through the holidays, and now we're coming into tax season, and we've got work, yada, yada, yada. I know I'm stressing out just talking about it, but take a little time to just find some stress-reducing activities. Putting a few minutes of meditation in your morning and your evening, gentle exercise, yoga. I always love to multitask, so while you're washing your hands for that 20 seconds or 2 minutes, it's a great time to do a couple of deep breathing exercises.
Love it.
That really helps to get your rest and digest your parasympathetic nervous system in that calm state. So,
love that idea. And lastly, we encourage people to do additional antioxidant support, and usually this is typically in the form of supplements, just because some of the values are kind of difficult to get in food. So for instance, with vitamin C, fantastic antiviral. It does a whole lot of other things as far as healing too. Somewhere between 3,000 to 5,000 milligrams as a preventative, and most people are going to tolerate that just fine. I would do that in divided doses, and then looking at zinc can be one, and that depends on what I would compare what you're already getting in your multivitamin, but maybe looking at about 50 milligrams total per day. And then you want to talk about a couple?
Yeah. So then there's just a lot of herbs that are great, that are sort of fall into that adaptogen immune support, right? So things like astragalus are nice, andrographis, reishi, which is part of the mushrooms,
right?
And then one of my favorite blends is something that I make every year. I've been doing it for years. It's called fire cider, and what it is
so good.
We'll link the recipe on our website and blog. But fire cider is just apple cider vinegar. You throw in some chopped garlic, some chopped ginger, some lemon juice, some cayenne. You can add a little bit of honey if you want, but you don't need to. And you just take a big spoonful or a big swig every single day, and it's
fantastic.
A great way to keep germs at bay.
Yes, this is usually what Dr. Anastasia gives everybody for Christmas. It's so really good.
So we had some this morning. So,
the last one would be vitamin A. So this one we actually have in multivitamins. There's probably about 5,000 IU. You could even go up to 10,000. It's so protective for your respiratory system. So that's pretty much, those are our top tips. Please reach out to us if you have any questions, or if you always get the flu. We might want to change or make a more aggressive regimen for you.
More personalized approach.
Yeah.
We're also gonna do a video on what to do to get over the flu or a cold quickly if you do get it. So stay tuned for that next one.
Thanks so much for joining us.